Okay, looking ahead to tomorrow night's game with St Pat's at Richmond Park. Have to go back to last week. Couple of days, well, nearly a week on. I'm sure it was a sore weekend for you, and a lot of thinking, a lot of thoughts went through your head. What's looking back at it now? What's your reflections on?
Yeah, like that, not too different to directly post game. Just an unacceptable night is the best way of for Dundalk Football Club. The best way of describing it, cup quarterfinals, sort of the manner of the defeat. All of those things we've gone over. It's really tough weekend for everyone. Tough. It doesn't just go away. The feeling we've all felt it. Deserve every bit of stick that has come our way. Post last Friday, fully justified. Fully take it on the chin. Absolutely, no issues with that. In that regard, like we're Dundalk Football Club. We're in a cup quarter final. That performance, obviously headed by me, was unacceptable. We've backed that up though. I've been focused on this week, a really busy week. Pre that, I felt the performances were quite good against Shamrock Rovers and Derry. I know obviously not what people want to hear in regards to defeats, but my job is to look at the bigger picture and see the direction we're going in. And I don't think we're far away. Might seem to a lot of people we're a million miles away after last Friday, but I don't think we are at all. And it's just about refocusing now. Obviously, everyone's going to be looking for a reaction. That's our character's being called into question. Our personality, our professionalism in regards at your craft. How good are you at your craft? Players' point of view, obviously coaching point of view. So there's a lot, but sometimes you got to embrace it. You got to roll with the punches. You got to enjoy this adversity as well and see how we come out of it. So I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow.
If I put my fan hat on for a few minutes, because I'm a fan of the club, supporters will probably be listening. After the Derry game, you said it was a good performance, but we were beaten 3-1. They're probably listening to you now and saying, you don't think we're far away. What is it that you see each day? Because obviously it's a results business. Results over the last 3 games haven't been good. What is it you see each day?
I see potential. I see potential in individuals. I see potential in the core of a team. I've seen potential in not last Friday night's performance, but in the previous 2 performances. I see potential. I see scope there. I know where we want to go. I'm very clear in my head of where I want to end up. I will go back to realistically speaking. Now, no matter what I say, or no matter what I say, I'm not justifying last Friday. Yeah. So if we assembled a team and it was put together on the day of the game, we should have performed much better, and you'd expect that team to perform much better. But on the whole, all right, where we're going, sticky patch now, without a doubt. Previous to that, last year, finishing level on points with Derry. It's going to take time to get where we want to go from where the club was 18 months ago. Of that, there's no doubt. It's not going to be, smooth sailing. And we have a lot of sort of players that it's new to them. So I can take all that into account. Does that mean anything to supporters that travelled down, paid their hard-earned money last Friday? No. And that's fully justified. Like, I understand that. I'm not defending last Friday is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable from us all, led by me. But I also have to take a step back, and I know we're not far away, and I know where we want to end up. And I'm not accepting by that of mediocrity either. So let everyone be assured of that. We have a plan. We know where we want to end up. Last Friday, that wasn't part of the plan, obviously. Previous results have been disappointing. But I think there was enough to suggest, the previous 2 games, like, it's an if, and it's been an if all the way through. I don't think teams are having lots of sustained periods of possession against us, moments we're giving up cheap goals and giving ourselves mountains to climb. We're not ignorant of that, and we're obviously working our hardest to sort that out. And we are creating chances, and we are dominating most games.
What was the most disappointing thing for you last Friday?
Like first 5 or 6 minutes, we could have been 1-up. We actually started the game pretty well.
Yeah.
Just our response then to going behind. We didn't seem to have the wherewithal to pull ourselves out of it.
Sorry for interrupting, but how do you change that, Stevie? Because it's like United come back to when Ferguson was there. Everybody goes back to when you were a player, and there was no doubt that team that you were in. If the going got tough, they'd roll up the sleeves and get going. How do you change that?
Yeah, but that wasn't always the way. So when Ferguson was there the first couple of years,
of course, it
wasn't always the way.
4 years,
it takes a little bit. Like Dundalk coming from a place that we weren't successful previous to coming in, so it takes a little bit of time to breed that. Experiences breed that. So I'd say that was the worst experience
for a lot of
for all of us. I would say. I would think it would be hard to top that off last Friday night. The manner of it. So bad experiences. I don't want to feel that again.
Yeah.
You have a line in the sand. You have a reference. That's the worst. I've experienced. So that's never to happen again. We don't want that to happen again. So it's a culmination of living through experiences as a team, as an individual, and you build on that, and grow, like you can either two ways, get a little bit more fragile off the back of that, or grow stronger together off it.
Has it altered your week? So when you're coming in on Monday, I'm sure you're probably coming in Monday, Tuesday, still really annoyed. But when do you have to sort of let that go and say, right?
Yeah, obviously there's a balance. You got to reflect. We got to have a talk, speak about what happened. We got to go through it. We got to make it obvious, even though it's blatantly obvious, it's not acceptable. And then you got to flip it and say, right, what's our reaction? What's our response? We're playing St. Pat's on Friday. Obviously Cork Monday, draw to Friday. What's it going to be last 7 games? And then you flick it. So it's a balance of looking back, getting angry to a certain extent, and looking forward and for a response, and getting then excited for backs against the wall. A lot of criticism. St. Pat's will obviously be feeling a lot of vulnerability. What are we about as a group? That's it.
It's a huge game in that sense. Never mind the table, and there's 7 league games left. The race for Europe and stuff. Because all eyes, and all eyes from everywhere in town is going to be looking and seeing what the reaction of the 11 lads who go out in that pitch tomorrow night is. Yeah,
it's a massive game out with whatever happened previous Friday. We have a chance to go 4 points behind third. So it's a huge game in that department alone. So irrespective of what happened last Friday, this is a massive game in the context of our league season. As I said, we have a chance to really condense the race for third right up, and that's our main focus. And we have good players, and we'll be going there full of optimism and full of hunger.
Yeah, 7 games left, 3 of them I think against teams above us. Our record hasn't been great against teams above us. We need to change that if we're gonna make a push for the top 3.
Yeah, well, obviously our previous 2 games were against first and second. This obviously against third. So we've after tomorrow night, obviously a big game tomorrow night, and then we have 2 home games. Home record's been very good. So on the whole, since for the last basically season and 3 quarters. So looking to carry that forward again, and I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow night. And as I said, as a group, all of us getting off the bus to Inchicore, what's it going to be, and I'm looking forward to our response, our reaction. Players are good, they're good boys, they're hard working, they come in and train very well every day. So looking forward to our response and what we're about.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.